Hey, Dave. You've mentioned in the past that momentum comes from the next day pitcher. And so today, that's, of course, Trevor Bauer. How does he set the tone of today's game, whether it's his competitiveness or really just kind of that energy that he brings to this game?
You'll feel it. You'll feel it. It's the energy. He's already, raring to go. There's the compete, losing 2 straight to a division rival. There's a calmness, a quietness already in our clubhouse, and we have a lot of stoppers on our club as far as starting pitchers, and he's a stopper. So to stop a losing streak, I feel great about having him in there, and we just got to play good defense behind him and score more than they do.
And you mentioned last night that Corey Knebel was going to take some tests to kind of get a better idea of what happened there last night. Have you received any results on him or have an update on how he's doing?
You know what? There was an MRI. I just don't know the grade, Kristen. I should know that, Kirsten. So I do know that he's going to go on the IL. It's going to be, a few months looking out. I don't want to be specific to the timeline because I just really don't know. I don't think anyone knows. But, looking at down the road and get him back. But our hope, our expectation is that he will pitch again for us this year.
And with him going on the IL, who are you planning on recalling?
Yeah, so Corey's going to go on the IL. Dennis Santana is, I think there's like a situation where he got a shot, a vaccine, so not feeling well. So that spot is going to be taken. The 2 spots are Matt Beaty and Cleavinger are going to be replacing those 2 guys.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from Dave Vassay. Go ahead, Dave.
Dave, Knebel has been such a big part of your early success in the bullpen. Who do you see kind of filling his role of being that super reliever for you?
Yeah, Corey's a reverse as a neutral guy. We have a lot of capable guys. Scott Alexander's going to continue to get those opportunities. Bruce Darb is going to continue to get those opportunities, and everybody around him. So I still love our pen. I still like our arms. So I just feel really bad for Corey because it was such a long road for him to get back, and he was throwing the heck out of the baseball. So to kind of have a speed bump in the middle of a season, I know he's a little disappointed. But like I said, I expect him to be back at some point in time this year, and guys have got to step up.
Is there any silver lining that it wasn't the elbow injury again?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so, again, I just don't know specifics right now, but what I have heard is the expectation is that he will be back with us at some point this year. Yeah, so certainly a silver lining right there. And your other question, Joe, Dave, is Joe Kelly will be back at some point too, so to fill that role too.
Now, do you have any ETA on Joe Kelly and where he's at in his recovery?
He's I don't, but I would say sometime, early May, early to mid-May is our hope.
Thank you, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from Juan Toribio. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave. Is Chris Taylor back in there today?
No, he's not. He's going to be back in there if he continues to feel better. We'll have him in there tomorrow.
And then with Tony Gonsolin, anything new with him?
I think he's out to 180 feet playing catch, but I don't think he's got back on the mound.
And then with Taylor, just double checking, it was his back, right? It wasn't on oblique like McKinstry?
Correct.
Thanks, Dave.
Next question is from Eric Steven. Go ahead.
Dave, sorry, just to be clear on Knebel, like what part of his arm is hurt? Is that the part we're waiting? You're waiting on?
Like, I want to say lat, Eric.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the lat.
Okay, and with McKinstry yesterday, I know previously it was back stiffness, and then he went on the deal with the right oblique. Is there any thought about that could take longer than a 10-day stint?
Yeah, it's and my kind of lazy look at it, I certainly think it's going to be longer than the 10 days. Yeah.
Okay, and then one more question. You guys have you're at the early part of 14 days in a row. Do you have any plans to like insert a spot starter in there, or do you just is it kind of a wait and see thing with that?
Yeah, we're talking about it. So I don't see it happening in this next series, but after we get through this series and then the Red Series, we're going to have those ongoing talks and to see how guys are feeling. But it's a fair question, and you know I can see that happening.
Great. Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question's from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, trying to get my anatomy correct. Last night it was upper tricep. Now lat would be more of the back of the shoulder. Is that where it is?
Yeah, it's lat. I think it's just more of the player in the moment, and you feel something that you're just not used to feeling, and that's what was verbalized to me and the trainer. And then when he gets kind of the adrenaline, the emotion, and the testing, then it kind of we settled in on the lat.
And when you say you don't know the grade, that leads me to think there's a tear. Is that accurate?
No, it's not. It's not accurate. I just know. I don't know, Bill. And I talked to him earlier today, and he was in, you know, as good as you can expect. But I didn't go into kind of the diagnosis. I really didn't. I just kind of heard from him that the expectation is that he'll be back, you know, at some point, and I don't know when. But so I didn't go into the kind of the diagnosis. I didn't.
And when you talk about being out for months, we're talking about rehab. We're not talking about surgery.
That's right.
And
That's
right. To risk poking the bear, how about Gavin Lux? Did you get a report?
So Gavin took some at-bats yesterday. I didn't hear from the reports. He's going to take some at-bats today. And the plan is either take some tomorrow unless he feels good, then to make his way here. And if all goes well, I expect him in the lineup on Monday.
Thank you, Dave.